Hi guys, it's Rachel here. I'm starting on a new project. This is a super old book. Oh wait, I put the pages over there. Just a second, I'll tell you the date. And I'm going to be working on, they're not the pages, a design team project for, these are the pages, 1807 was this book. You can see it was in terrible condition. I've had to repair it a bit. But you know I love these. All I've done is just put some vintage cotton, very strong cotton in there from an old pillowcase. And this is going to be my design team project for Medieval Mirage. Now this is a few kits. I can't remember what they are, but I will put the links in the description box. So they are really beautiful. I think it's her Renaissance kits. I think that's what they were. So some pages I've printed bigger because I'm going to use those to make things. And then other pages I've reduced them down so they're about the right size for the book. So I'll be making those into journal pages. Actually, I'll put those aside because they're going to be journal pages. I need to print on the other side or back them with, aren't they pretty? So pretty. So that's those. Just showing you the kits quickly. There might be a name on them somewhere. I just love them. So we're going to have fun. I don't know if I'll show the whole process because it'll take a while to do, but I will show some of it. Just love that. Just gorgeous. And I've had these printed out. I can't tell you for how many months. I'm sorry, Jaff. I just had to finish my other orders first. And these are just lovely. Oh, yum, yum. So it's kind of a mix of botanical, a little bit of bohemian. There's Renaissance. There's art. It's just wonderful. Now they've stuck together. Here we go. Illuminated Manuscripts Renaissance, Volume 1. There we go. So we're going to have some, I just love them, illuminated manuscripts. So, yeah, I printed these on slightly thicker paper. So I can do things with those. And I was thinking, oh, look at that. Look at that. Just love them. I was thinking I might make a masterboard to start off with. Because I don't like just using the ready-made elements, if you know what I mean. I like to do my own things as well, but I love all these window things. We'll have to have a play with those. Cute. So I can, oh, now I'm really getting excited looking at it. I'm just flipping through very quickly to show you guys. So I think I've got the add-ons probably here as well. Illuminated Renaissance, Volume 1. Yeah, I think I might have the add-ons as well. So, there's quite a lot in them. Look at that. I'm going to have to think of this. I mean, this is so many interesting things to play with. I have to think what to do with them. Tag toppers they are. Oh, I was thinking they might be good as hinges as well. Cute. Okay, so we'll have to see what we come up with. And I love those. All I do with those is sometimes I print on the other side, just some scanned tea-dyed paper or coffee-dyed paper, whatever you've got. And then they're just little fold things that go into tucks. And that I would put as a side tuck. So anyway, let's see what we're going to... Oh, I said I was going to make a masterboard. Why don't we do that? That's on the back of yesterday. I have started another video that I was going to post today, but actually I need to let things dry before I do that. And here we go. I've got a scrap right here. We're going to put that right there. And I've got another scrap here that I found as I was tidying up my desk yesterday, and I'll put that there. How about that? So I'm just going to grab, I could glue on there, couldn't I? And we are going to just collage away. And I'll probably put some old book page down as well. I mean, this is the limit of how small I will go in my background on such a big page, because this page is, as I said, it's very slightly bigger. Oh, it's about the same size actually as an A4, which is international paper. It's just our regular copy paper. It's slightly longer than the paper in the States, but not quite as wide. Your paper's wider. So I'm just going to trim that off so I don't get everything sticky. It's stuck to my finger now. That's not fun. That is not fun. Oh, come on, get off. Okay. Oh, I'm going to fall off my chair if I'm not careful. Okay. So there we go. We've made a start, and then the next best start I can guarantee you is to stick down some super old book page. That's your next best bet. And this one's nice and multiple, but what I might do is just tear that off if I can. That's my ruler. So I'm whizzing along while Lily's at school. I think I like, oh no, that's a bit tall there. Maybe I'll put it there. No, yeah, I'm thinking about it too much. I think I'll put it there. That'll do. It will get big. I think I'll tear a little bit off just because you don't want, you want big pieces, but you don't want it to be, a ginormous expanse of one thing. If although it will be covered up, so. And I can't remember if I absolutely printed. I've moved it over here now. If I've absolutely printed everything up from Jaff's kit, because there's really so much. But I think I might. I don't know. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. I'm going to put that there. It really was such a long time ago that I printed it. So I'm making a masterboard, and then I'll decide what to do with it. But at least I'll have it ready to go when making things. Because when I have kits, even if it were my own kit, I don't like to just use what's in the kit. I like to use a mix of things, like things that I've made. So I'm just trying to see if I've got a different, I do have a different book page here. Yeah, I like to use a mix of different things and not just the ready-made stuff, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to tear that down there, and I might have that there. Tear that off. I want to lose those, although they might be covered up, so don't fuss about it too much. Maybe I'll put that there, or there. What about there? Yes, that's going to work. I do think I'll take that bit. Looks like it was torn badly. It just looks like a mouse has taken a bite out of it. I think I'll fold this one over. I have so many of these pages. I'll never use them all because I'll just keep creating more and more glue pieces. Okay. Put that there, and just want to see, I feel like my Florentine papers could do very well here. I've got this piece. I'm just going to tear it with this, tear its edge down. It's quite strong paper, this one. But it's a nice piece just to have in your background. And I think it goes very well with Jaff's kit. As you know, I'm not the best at tearing. Put that there. Whoops, big chunk of glue. Why do I press so hard? I can't help myself. I'm just a glue presser. Now, so, oh, I haven't told you, because yesterday I was so intent on doing my tutorial, really, I'm not an expert at collage. I'm sure I don't know all the rules, but I was just trying to share what goes through my mind when I'm gluing things down. One thing that I didn't say that, I think it was Brenda who brought it to my attention, was another thing that I do that I hadn't mentioned is I'm careful not to put things, you know, lining up with each other. I kind of did say that, like, things sort of overlap each other. I didn't say it exactly in those words, but I did say that, like, when you glue something on the top, it sort of joins all the pieces together. It sort of, amalgamates everything. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, that could have been a point number 11, was don't line things up. They need to overlap and be at different levels, if you know what I mean. So thank you, Brenda, for making that a point. And yeah, so yesterday I didn't chat about any goings on, because I had to focus and give you the points without, well, I'm pretty sure I was pretty confusing, but I was trying to be as least confusing as possible. There you go. That was just confusing, just what I said. Oh dear, we're doing well today, aren't we? Good thing I didn't do the tutorial today. And I could stick that there because, you can have some straight and some torn edges. It doesn't have to be all, you know, torn. Sometimes it's nice, the contrast between the straight and the ripped. Now, I've allowed myself to stick that little piece on there. 1, because it spoke to me and I felt like it. And 2, because I've nearly finished. I just have to cover that little bit there. I'm going back into these papers here to see what's happening in here. And I think I'm going to like that one. And I'm going to have 1 straight edge and 1 not straight edge. Now, what was I saying? I didn't tell you any goings on because I had to focus. So basically, yes, what happened yesterday? Oh, Lulu went back to school and she was feeling quite anxious about it, because if you remember, she hasn't been to school since the 21st of February, which is incredible when you think about it. So they went back for reduced hours. I think I mentioned that they were going back for reduced hours, and they only gave us a timetable for yesterday and today, but apparently they are going to school every day. But this week they're going for only 4 hours a day, and then next week they will be going full hours. They measure their temperature. Apparently, I'm very bad. I meant to measure her temperature before she goes to school. So yeah, which makes sense. I watched the, which is probably a good idea. They interviewed the Minister of Health here yesterday, after the News As Is program, where they have all different, you know, journalists and sometimes politicians and different people being interviewed, and like a, you know, actuality talk show, and sometimes we watch it. And so he said, yes, you must measure your kids' temperature before school. Well, I'm a very bad person. I know I'm going to be told off, because there's quite a few people who like to tell me off if I do the wrong thing. Yes, I did not measure her temperature yesterday. I did not realize that I was supposed to do that. Isn't this beautiful? I'm just looking to see if there's, I kind of wanted a plain, here we go, a more plain patterned sort of page to rip things off. So no, I did not measure her temperature yesterday, and I did not measure it today because I forgot. She doesn't have a temperature. I put my hand on her head and she did not have a temperature. However, I have, and also my thermometer does not work. So I've just bought one at great expense, I thought, on Amazon. One of those ones that you just hold. They're like the infrared ones. You hold 5 centimeters from the head, or 3 to 5 centimeters from the head, and apparently it measures your temperature. Oh my goodness, I just love this. I'm going to put that there. Or am I going to put it down there? Or am I going to put it there? As I say, audition, audition, audition. Where am I going to put it? Decisions are the worst. I don't want to cover up all of that writing. So, yeah, so she's back at school. They do measure their temperature. I'm going to put it right there where I thought originally. They do measure their temperature on the way into school. But the thought was, if you measure at home, you avoid sending the kids to school, which makes total sense with a temperature. And then, but then they do measure it at school, just in case there's people like me who forget. So, and then they go in like that. Some kids are arriving at different hours to school. They've got different entries. And I'm just looking to see what else I might like to put from this paper. Yeah, there are different entries into school and at different times, so there's less crowding on the bus. And what else can I tell you? Oh, they're not allowed to have recreation. They have to sit at their desk, which Lulu is not happy about it at all. She was looking forward to going back to school to socialise. Well, no socialising happening, my dear. And what else? Oh, well, some professors prefer they keep their masks on. And Lulu said that they prefer, some of them prefer to keep our masks on, but then they take theirs off. And I said, well, try to put yourself in their shoes, Lulu. Imagine speaking to the class for an hour or two with the mask on, how hard it would be. So you've got to think about that. Sometimes you have to put yourself in other people's shoes and imagine what they're going through. And so she's like, oh, she didn't like me saying that because she knew it was right. And then what else? Yeah, so that sort of thing. They have to stay at their desk. They have to wear their masks. We'll see what happens. There's quite a big, they're quite hysterical about it all. The reason why I say they're quite hysterical about it all is I know that from my sister who works at school in Australia. I guess that's my, that's where I'm comparing it to. And of course, there's different factors that come into it. And there's less cases in Australia, obviously, although there had been a flare-up for a while in Victoria. However, school has never really been shut, except like my sister's school, they always kept it open, but they did encourage kids that could stay at home at the height when it was, the cases were growing there. They encouraged the kids to stay at home, and then they also encouraged the teachers to work from home. That was just before holidays mid-year, but then after holidays they went back. This is in Sydney. I'm speaking about Sydney. I know that my nephew's university in Queensland is closed until next year, but that's because there's 50,000 students and they can't manage the 50,000 students. So, yeah, they can't guarantee social distancing with 50,000 students going in lecture halls and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I just, it's what happens in Sydney. I don't know about other parts of Australia. If there's some sort of, like if you're in a classroom, there's a child or a teacher that's got it, then they shut the school. Anyone who's associated with the child in that class, my sister tells me, they have to stay at home. They get tested and they have to stay at home, I think, for 2 weeks or the 10 days or whatever it is. See, I love that. And then they disinfect the school, and then the rest of the school goes back, but that class doesn't go back until they're sure that they don't have it. So it seems to work. It seems to be doing okay. I mean, my sis told me the other day there was only one new case in Sydney, and Sydney's a big city. So for that day, don't know about the next day. So anyway, I just think that it's not going away, and we hope they find a vaccine. But we're going to have to live with it until they find it. We're just going to have to keep on keeping on until they find it. So keep our fingers crossed. So that's my masterboard. I'm not going to cut that up right now. I really like that. I'm not going to cut it up until I decide what I want to do with it. I don't know. I mean, look how pretty that is. That would be really nice journal cover. Really nice with some lace and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep that. Whoops. Until I decide what to do with it. Okay. Right. So let's see what else we've got to play with. Now with these, I'm not going to cut these up. I'm probably going to print on the other side. Yes, I'll probably print on the other side and then make up the envelopes. Yes, that's what I'll do. So I'll put those aside for printing. And then, oh, I have this. Let's have a look at this. So this is a pocket window for journal index file cards. I don't know. I should read the instructions. Outer lines are optional to form tag pocket. I see. Right, well, maybe I'll get my cutter. I love my little cutter. You're the bestest. Okay, so let's cut it. Chuck that. I could keep that actually. I could have kept that piece of paper. That piece of paper would have been good. I can always get it out of the garbage bin. I've been known to do that. I mean, that's a nice tag shape, isn't it? But anyway, we keep too much stuff. I have too much stuff. I can't keep everything. So I did leave it in the bin. Okay, we'll do that. And that, and oh, and then what else happened yesterday? Oh, nightmare. I had to go to the post office and I saw my friend there, the one with the horrible husband, and she had been there already a while, so she had one person in front of her and she was very quick. She was lucky. Like we had a chat, but she got to go in there very quickly and came out very quickly. And then after her, I think I still had 4 people in front of me. I mean, there was a huge crowd outside. And I'm trying to find my little blue scissors. They're eluding me. Oh, they're in the garbage here. Okay, good one. So we've got to cut this out. So she was, what was I saying? Yeah, I had 4 people. 2 people were very fast. And 2 people were, I won't say, they were from a certain country. So they're foreigners like me. The ones from this certain country, I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but they always have very long transactions. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're sending money home. I don't know. It's always from that country. I don't know why. And my friend said, oh no, but if they're just paying a bill, they'll be really quick. And I'm like, I doubt it. Well, first of all, they were there chatting, and I thought they were together. Well, that wasn't happening. One went in, and I'm like, oh no, so now I've got 2 of them. And so basically, so I guess this you could have open like that if you wanted to, and have it as a side tuck, a big side tuck, or I'm assuming it's meant to be folded. So let's try and line it. It should be straight because I did cut it with my cutter, as long as I lined everything up properly. You fold it like that and you've got a window, you see. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so anyway, one went in without the other one, and I'm like, so, I've got 2. I don't have 1, I've got 2 I've got to wait for. Anyway, do you know how long he was in there? 20 minutes. 20 minutes, I kid you not. And I was just like going, oh my goodness. And I went there at 12, and I know it's not a good time to go, but I couldn't go there at 1 because I had to go and pick up Lulu. And then they close. So I had to go there at 12, and I thought, well, I'll just wait. And anyway, so then the next, so he came out at 12:30, and then, or 12:35, and then the next one went in. The next one went in. I reckon he was in there for 30 minutes. I mean, everyone was going bananas. I mean, I don't go bananas because there's no point, but they really were going bananas. They were just like, couldn't believe it. And 30 minutes. I waited for 2 people. They took 50 minutes, the 2 people. Can you imagine that? And so I got in there at 1:05. I had to message Lulu and tell her I was going to be late because I wasn't going to wait for an hour and then, you know, give up my spot. I'm going to glue that in there. So she just waited. I mean, I was picking her up with her friend, so they weren't. In fact, another friend's mum was late as well, so it was okay. But it was just like, you just have to, oh, I just dropped something. You have to keep yourself in check. You have to keep your, like, you do become a bit of a nervous Nelly when you have to wait that long at the post office. But I just have to keep myself in check because, you know what? Sometimes some transactions take a long time. And what happens if then I go and my transaction takes a long time? Then I am hoping people are not going to become nervous Nellies at me. So I do keep myself in check, but internally I was in turmoil, absolute turmoil I was. Okay, so I'm going to snip this here. Like that. Yep, I'm just, a bit indecisive here. And snip it there. And snip it there. And then I'm going to snip it there. And then I might eventually just snip it all off. And I'm just deciding, actually, I'm going to do a side tucking thing. So I actually only need one of these tabs. I don't need both. So I'm going to cut the back one off. Oh, this can be floating. It's going to be floating because it's going to go actually into a pocket, this one, because it's very pretty on the other side. I'm discovering things as I'm going. So yes, thankfully I don't have to go to the post office today because that was really too much. Too much. Okay, so I'm going to fold those. Like so. But I'm not going to... Now, you could leave your window open or you could decide to put acetate. Do I want to mess with acetate right now? I don't think I do. Oh, I'm going to snip just a minute now. I've got some... What is that? I've got some white showing there, so it wasn't as straight as I thought. Okay. So obviously, like this is, I'm faffing about here. This is taking me a very long time to get this done. So I won't show you the making of the whole journal, but some of it. We'll decorate the cover together. We might pull out the pages together. We'll make some of the ephemera together, not all of it. That's what takes the longest, I think, is the making of the ephemera. I've decided not to put a window there, like some acetate. Doesn't have to have acetate. So that, I mean, now let's see. Oh, I know, they go with these, I think. Do they? Let's have a look. Oh, aren't they pretty? I didn't even notice those before. So let me just see what this says. Doesn't tell me anything. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, so I need to cut this out. I think I'm going to... Well, I can use a little bit of my cutter. I can. For the straight, those sort of straight bits there. So Lulu was telling me today in the car, oh, I'm quite ready to get studying and, get learning again. And I said, can I record you? Because you told me you couldn't wait to go to school, and then after the first day of school, you're like, whinging. And you're telling me now you can't wait to study. Well, you haven't started studying yet, so can I record that and remind you that you couldn't wait when you whinge about it? And she had a good old giggle at that, because I have a video of Lulu when she was 5, and she was finishing kindergarten and going to start first class. And I've got this video, she's singing and dancing around the place saying she could not wait to go to school to do her homework. She couldn't wait to go and do homework. Wow. The minute the drama that we had in first class with the homework was incredible. And I probably fared a lot better than other people, because Lulu doesn't like getting into trouble, so she will do things. Oh, that slides in. Oh, isn't that wonderful? I love that. Love it. That's really cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this with something that you can write. I'm going to back it with some tea-dyed paper, I think, if I can find any. Yes, so she, I mean, when they had to write all of those, just a minute. They had to do all those rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of letters and numbers when they were learning letters and numbers. Oh my goodness, did she have hissy fits? And I'm sure I've told you this story before when she was using the when they, oh, that was in 3rd class when they started using or did they do that? No, I think they started using it in 1st class. I'm pretty sure it was 1st class because my mother-in-law remembers really well because she had some drama with Lulu. The erasable pen, the friction pens, because what I didn't know at the time was with heat it disappears, and Lulu was having a tantrum at my mother-in-law's, and she rang me despairing because my mother-in-law was quite a severe mum, like, or you know, because she's a professor, so she had high expectations of Steffi, and he was always in trouble. And so, but I was always surprised with Lulu. She's very soft and you know, afraid of disciplining her, and I told her under no circumstances was Lulu to ever come home without having done her homework. There'd be hell to pay. That she was not allowed to let Lulu take advantage of her kindness. And so anyway, she rang me one day despairing because Lulu was being very naughty, and basically what had happened was she'd been screaming and yelling and crying, and she had cried all over her page of letters or numbers, I don't know which. And I know that was a very tedious thing that they made them do, but, you know, you had to do it. That was the homework. So she cried all over it. So my mother-in-law had taken the hairdryer and dried it, and all of the writing had disappeared. So the poor thing, she had to do it all again. And then all hell broke loose. Anyway, so, yep. So I said to Lulu, coming from experience with you, you say these things because you like the idea of it, but then in the actuality, you don't really want to do it, do you? All right, so there you go. I kept you entertained while I muck about with my... I'm not quite sure what all these tabs are for. Oh, I guess you're meant to write on them. You put them there and you can write on it. I don't know. It doesn't really fit, so I'm not going to put that on there. I'm going to put it here. Put that in there. That's just really yumminess. So simple, but really yummy. I really like that. Just gorgeous, Jar. Really, really gorgeous. I'm going to round that corner there. I don't like that. Yep. Oh, so cute. So I will stitch around the index card. Cool, cool, cool. So I don't know. I guess I could put that up even up there if I wanted to, because this is going to be like something that's going to slip into a pocket, or you could hinge it, but I don't know why you'd hinge it because you're not going to write on the back, or you could stick a picture on there. So let's see what else we've got. We might do one more thing. I mean, there's some more beautiful ones here. I'm getting myself into a mess. I just thought you might like to know that. I'm getting into a mess, bit of a mess. So we've got these. They're more of those. See, these would be lovely. You could hinge them as well. Or you could put a few. You could put a few into one of these. You could have a few, like, see? Oh, let's try that. Sorry, guys. Let's just try that. I don't know what my tabs are for. I don't really need them. I'm feeling like, oh, I know what I could do. I've had an idea. Just a minute. Had an idea. I was supposed to cut these out with my cutter. The straight bits. Let's cut them out with the cutter because then they look nicer. I can't cut it that way, so I'll have to line it up. Oh, I went crooked. Oh, dearie me. That way. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, that's that one. You know, and like, yes, of course I could line it up there, but that's assuming that my printer sucked in my paper straight, because it could have printed crooked. Okay, got that bit done. I like all these fun things to play with. Now, I'm going to cut this. I might not cut that out until I've glued it to my paper. I'm going to glue it to my paper before I cut it out. I think that's a good idea. It's easier to cut the straight edges out, but it's not so easy to cut the tab out. So let's glue that on. Get my glue everywhere. I want to get that down, right down to the edge there, so I've only got 2 edges I have to cut. Let's just flatten that out before I proceed. And I'm going to glue this one down. I'm not quite sure what's meant to happen with this kit, but I'll show you what I was thinking could be cool. If it works, I might decide no. That's better, you see? There we go. Missed a bit there. Okay. So what I was thinking, so these I guess are supposed to go maybe like that. Oh no, it's not going to work. That one doesn't go there. That one, that goes with another one. But what I was thinking was you could have these. Where's the other? Oh, that's that one I need. Well, it will work. I know. Yes, I am. Sorry, guys. I just need to glue this one to the paper. I've got to grab another piece. Recording? Yes. Just going to glue this one. I'll show you what I'm thinking. Could be a fun little thing to do. I'm sure you can imagine what I'm thinking. I'm going to glue that there. Let's flatten it out. Where's my card here? Get the creases flattened. Okay. So you could, oh, I know. So then you can attach those bits that are a bit smaller. I had cut one out, but I don't see where I've put it now. There it is. So you could put those there to write what's going to be there if you want. But I was thinking these would be really nice. If you were to get these. I don't know if it's going to work. So what you can do, I was thinking that way, but I want to attach 3. So what you could do is get these and fold them that way, flatten it, and then hinge them. So I'm going to grab that and glue that on there and line it up. Hopefully you can see, because I've got a bit of a mess here. Put that one there. Of course, you could hinge them with fabric as well. That would be a nice effect. But we do have these provided by Jarf, so we might as well use these. Fold it. Put that there. Line it up. Okay, and then see, and I'm going to put some glue on there and there, and I'm going to fold those back over, and I'm going to grab, which one do I need to grab? My middle one. Yeah, I'm going to have that on top of that one. So line them up and glue that down. So it opens like this. And then you can have that one on top. Or, no, I might have that one on the bottom. Is there any reason why I can't have that on the bottom? So it opens like this. So I need to see if I've got some more. I think I do. That's rubbish, not that. Let's see here if I've got any more of those. Lots of those. Those over there. Rubbish. More of those. Here they are. I'll put them over here. I've got 2 more. I don't know if that's what's meant to be done with them, but that's what I'm doing with them. How about that? Goodness knows how long it'll take me to get this project done, but I'll get it done eventually. We'll just have different sessions a week. I'll just do it when I feel like it. Okay, so I'm going to fold these again in half like this. Make sure it's flattened because you don't want it to be bulky or anything like that. Put your glue on. Now I'm putting it on this one, so I'll put it about there. How's that looking? Good. And I'm going to put that on the back. That's pretty straight. As straight as I get. And then put our glue on here. And here. And I need to stitch around them. Probably can't do that now. Maybe you can. Don't know. We'll see. Okay. Oh, that's not exactly straight. I will be able to stitch around them because they're quite flat. I'll just take it out and stitch around there. Hold those back and stitch around there. Yep, I'll be able to do it. And then I was thinking, because I felt like this pocket is quite forgiving, I was thinking I probably can slip those in there. And I've got a little filing folder. Oh, I love that. And it's a little booklet. You see? Look at that. Cute. That's really cute. I really like that. Clever, clever, clever jar. So there we go. That is my little project for today. We've done a masterboard. I'll show you again in a sec. Now I can't get it in there. I could get it in there quite easily before. Now I can't get it in. What is going on? Here we go. So that goes in there. I don't really feel like it needs a window on it. Very nice. That's that. Okay, so we did our masterboard here, which I haven't decided what I want to do yet. And we've got our little tab booklet. Love it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful kits, Jaff. Thank you so much for letting me play with them. I'm so sorry it's taken me such a long time to get cracking at it. But anyway, yummy, yummy. And I will be back again soon. Bye.